Today I would like to go over a short animated film I recently saw called Amy. Now, for being under 5 minutes long, the film packs some pretty heavy subject matter, such as abuse, pedophilia, and murder. So I guess before we dive in, please keep in mind those themes are present throughout the short. And if those themes are a bit too much, and trust me, I get it, I will be reviewing another short in the future that at least looks a bit more pleasant. I mean, it's about two kids trying to flag down the ice cream man. What could go wrong? Amy was animated, directed, and written by Carlin Schulten in 2010. In 2014, he worked on another film called Pin and Palm, and another film that he directed called The Monsters Under My Bed. Judging from the description of the film, I may end up doing a video on that short as well. I did find a Facebook page claiming he is from Holland. However, I can't confirm as the links to his Twitter and Facebook don't seem to be working. Other than the two projects he worked on, I couldn't find much more information on him. But by judging from his work here, I hope he still continues to create, as he is extremely talented. Maybe if I review his other film, I can find a bit more info on him. Now, without further ado, let's dive into this wonderfully disturbing film. The film opens up to a police department where we see a case file on Amy. We then see a flashback of why Amy is here in the first place. Amy is doing the dishes in her kitchen, and all of a sudden she looks into the living room, and we see someone watching television. The person raises his hand to turn the channel. As he does this, Amy flinches, signaling she is afraid of whoever this person is. Amy's despaired then disappears for a brief moment, when her cat rubs against her leg. Amy smiles warmly and grabs a knife from the drawer. She then murders the cat, chops it up, and serves it for dinner. The film ends with the credits rolling, and the main message being, cats don't taste too bad, and you should give them a try. No, that's not what happened. However, I would have preferred it to this scenario that we're given. Amy uses the knife to open up some cat food, and again for a moment, seems to be happy surrounded by her pet. She then snaps back to reality, and realizes whoever is in the living room is still there. Amy then sneaks to her room, trying her best to remain as quiet as possible. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, and the monster man makes his way into her bedroom, and yeah. The next night, Amy is back in the kitchen doing the same thing she did the night before. That is until it's time to feed the cat again. This time when she grabs the knife, she eyes it for a bit longer than before, and instead of using it to cut open the cat food, Amy makes her way into the living room, determined to put an end to her abuse. She kills the man, chops him into tiny pieces, and feeds them to her cat. She bags the rest of his remains in a garbage bag, leaving what is left to rot away. The credits then roll, ending the short. Now that you know what Amy is about, let's break down the story a bit further. I love the intrigue that the film opens to. A police station with a file on a wooden table, and a picture of our protagonist. I think this is a great way to add suspense, keeping the viewer hooked, wanting to know what happens next. Our next scene then lures us into a false sense of tranquility, as a child is doing dishes in what looks to be a decently sized home. However, quickly transitioning to show a man watching TV. Amy is scared of him, which shows and kind of foreshadows why Amy is in the police station in the beginning. The man is obviously bad, but we're not sure why or even how bad he actually is. However, wasting no time, the film introduces a cat. This symbolizes kindness and innocence in my opinion, and is the only reason keeping Amy from breaking down. We then see Amy's shadow resemble a mouse's when she is sneaking to her room. When the man gets up, he resembles a wolf. I think this is cool, but if it was me, I would have chose a cat for the man's shadow. The mouse works great with Amy, implying that she is small, timid, and vulnerable. However, I think the man being a cat, the natural predator of mouses, would work a tiny bit better. Another thing that I may have done differently is set up a motive or breaking point. It just seems Amy decided to kill the man on a whim. It implies pretty explicitly throughout the short that this is a regular occurrence. So why now does she decide to do what she did? What if Amy is doing the dishes and the man kicks the cat? The cat comes to Amy and has the same look in its eye as she does. With the cat representing her only tie to innocence, Amy decides to end the pain that she has in order to keep the tiny bit of herself alive. But once again, this is a minor issue. I truly liked the short. It was dark, suspenseful, and had a satisfying ending, with the man getting what he deserved. Overall, I'd give Amy a score of 8.5 out of 10. A truly great short that is different from most. Thank you so much for watching, and look forward to making more videos for you in the future.